Welcome to online classes. Today we will start with your second chapter, HTML Fundamentals. In this chapter, we'll study about the basic history of HTML, what HTML actually is, and how we can design various HTML pages. The internet is rapidly becoming a key resource for locating information. In your phones, on your computers, you use internet in every way. You want to search something, you want to connect to somebody, or you want to email somebody. And it's been done through ISPs. Nobody controls or owns World Wide Web, but still various users share their personal information, their blogs with rest of the world. This is how HTML started. The basic history of HTML, though it's not in your syllabus, but we'll talk about it. In early 1980s, an SGML, Standardized Generalized Markup Language, was designed from a previously known language, GML, General Markup Language, in 1960s. It was Tim Berners-Lee at CERN who proposed a next step, HTML, Hypertext Markup Language. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is a language used for designing a web page. A web page which you see or browse every day through internet. You can open a web page in a browser, web browser. For example, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Chrome, etc. It is made up of tags, a markup language. HTML documents are described by HTML tags. Tags in the sense you mark something. That is why the name HTML. Basic structure. The basic structure of an HTML document has two main parts, head and a body. The head section contains title tag that identifies the heading of the HTML document. The body element contains the actual contents or information that you want to display. The actual information that you want to share with somebody. That is in your body tag. Now, when you start HTML, you start with HTML. This is a tag, angle brackets, and then this is your head part. In that you use head title. Title means a topic of the page that you want to show, and then you close the tag with backslash, and then you close the heading tag. With this you are telling the page that my heading is over, now the body should start. You start with body tag, you type your information, then you close the body tag. And when you want to finish your web page, you close the HTML tag as well. HTML document is started by HTML and backslash HTML tag. This tag informs a web browser from where a web page starts and where it ends. Head tag provides header information. The document title is written in the head, the information or the title of the page. This is the syntax, head title. Remember, the title is the information itself, the body. Now the contents of the page that you want to share, text, actual paragraph, an image, whatever, it is enclosed within body tag. Creating an HTML document. HTML web pages are simple plain text. Until we write them in special tags, and save them as HTML page. Till then they are simple web pages. To start or to write a start HTML page, you open Notepad, you type these tags. For example, here a simple Notepad file I made for you. In here an HTML page is starting, and head, this is your head portion. Now what I'm saying is, this is my body, the actual content of the page, and this is where my page is ending. Now once you've done this, you have to save this file as .html. Now once you have done this, this page is now an official hypertext page, and you can open it by opening a browser and opening that page in there, or either where you have stored that file, like here, this, double click. Now in here, this is where your title is going, and this is your actual result. A simple way how to open, how to view in a web browser. Now what are web browsers? Web pages can be opened in any web browser. Now we can discuss some of the commonly used web browsers. First, Internet Explorer, IE. Commonly it is displayed as an E icon on your page. It is a default web browser that is pre-installed on your Windows. Second, Chrome, Google Chrome. Google Chrome is a freeware that is free to use web browser developed by Google. It was first released in 2008 for Microsoft Windows. Third, Mozilla Firefox. Mozilla Firefox is a freeware and an open source web browser. Now, freeware, you know that you can use it freely, but what is open source? An open source is that program or that application on www World Wide Web that a user can download and modify according to his or her own needs. If I want my browser to open differently, or if I want my browser to have this kind of specialty, I can add my own code into the existing code. That is why they are saying open source. Fourth, Opera. Opera is a web browser developed by Opera Software. The latest version is available for Microsoft Windows, OS X and Linux as well. HTML tags. Remember I told you that HTML is just a text language, normal written text language enclosed within tags. These tags are known as elements. The actual elements. The tags can be defined in two forms: container tag and empty tag. Container, as the name suggests, the tags are something that holds something together within itself. That is a container tag. The container is an area enclosed. Remember, area enclosed by the beginning and the ending tags. You start with a tag, for example I, and you close a tag with \I. That is container tag. And empty tag, you don't need an closing tag with this. You just start a tag and it works fine. For example, if you want to break a line, you want a browser to break the line, finish the line in some place, and you put a BR tag, then the line written afterwards will automatically be displayed in the next line. Difference between a container and empty tag. Simply explained, It starts with this and you don't have to use this. Simple example. Now, some of the commonly used container tags. Bold starts from B and ends with \B. It bolds the text like this. This is your output. Italic. These are the same attributes that you use or tags that you use in Microsoft Word or Microsoft Contents. In here, you're explaining a specific type with specific text with tags. Hello, underline, italic, underline, and then superscript and subscript. Super means on the top, sub in your feet. Then strike. TT means typewriter font, the basic typewriter style that you want to use. HTML. HTML tags, container tags, simple example. This is how it's going to be displayed when you write them all together. And difference between a tag and an attribute. What is a tag and what is an attribute? Tag contains elements which provide instructions for how the information will be processed. Now, tag is just an information how it should be processed. Attribute defines the property of that element, the information that we are passing, how it should be displayed properly. That property. Like this, you're displaying table, and you're also saying that property of the table should be, its border should be 3, the size. Body tag with attributes. Now, body, the actual information that is displayed here, the body. You can add a background and write something on it, or you can add an background color. For example, the same tag that we are using, if I modify this tag little bit like this, same tag, head, but I've used an attribute BG color, that the color of my background should be green. I've used another tag font, how my text should be displayed. Attribute face, its color, size as well. And if I save this and open it in a web browser, now look at the difference. The title is same, but the body is different. In here, the body is already white and the text size was small. Now I have said they should use Times New Roman and blue color. The font size should be 6. That is why HTML is a very simple language. Difference between background and background color. Background is basically a source file or image file that you use it in a background. This is the syntax. Background is equal to URL, uniform resource locator, the information or the source file that you are using for the background. It can be an image or it can be any file that you want. Text attribute. Like I said, the text that you are using, how it should be displayed and which style it should be displayed with. Links. How links should be displayed. Now you must have noticed when you open a web page and there are some fonts or some text in blue color. That is a link. This is where you know that is a link. The link attribute defines the color of unvisited links in the document. Usually it's blue. A link. This attribute changes the color of active link. The link that is active. Usually it is of different color. Red. B link. This attribute defines the color of the link after it has been visited. When you have already visited and came back. Its default color is purple. Then top margin, your left margin, The margin, the size of the margin should be displayed as well. Formatting in HTML document. How you can change or design your HTML page. As we do in normal page, we write our headings, right? Same way, if you want to write an heading, you can use H1 tag. H1 means the bigger heading, H2 smaller, H3. As you go down, H6, the size will decrease. Font, the style of the font, the face that you want to use. Font, see Arial, color red, welcome, like we have done in here. No, sorry, this one. Font, face, color, size, etc. You can start making these web pages on a notepad and saving them. Try to run them out. If you have any problem, do contact me. Very beautifully explained in your book. Paragraph tags. The same way, if you want to create a new paragraph, something like this. This is a paragraph. You can align your paragraph on the right side, left, or justify it in the center. The same way that you do. This paragraph is aligned in here, left, right, and center. You just need a P tag and ending P tag. Empty tags, break. As we have discussed, empty tags are just single tags. You just need to start them. You don't have to end them as well. In this line, a simple BR tag in here is just creating a next line in here. When we are using paragraph tag, we can give different attributes, but with this BR tag we can just give a break to the line, and this is what they are trying to say in this difference. You can give assign attributes, it just breaks the line. HR tag. HR tag is used to insert horizontal lines, and you can even give size, width, line, or color, like these, red, blue, the color. This is a line, HR, horizontal line. Or you can use headings as well, the text that you want to display, etc. List. Now what is a list? When you trying to write something in ordered or unordered way, there are three types: numbered list, bullet list, and definition list. Now first, ordered list or number list. When you write something in a sorted way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, first step, second step, third step, or A, step B, or step C, that is a numbered list. As the name suggested, ordered list, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll continue from here, and this is how you use it. You start with HTML, then head. When you start a body, you type something, and you start with order list, OL. You start the sequence to type A. The sequence is, you have to start from the second position. The type is, what type should be used? A, B, C. Now this is how it starts, B, C, D. Remember, second position, B, C, D. This is order list, type 1, numeric, Romans, 1, 2, 3. This is how it is used. Unordered list. The same name suggests you don't have to write numbers, but still you want to make something as a list. Then you use LI, unordered list, and list items. This is your unordered list. List items is displayed like this. Now the attributes of this are disk, circle, and square. If you use disk, it'll show black dot. If you use circle, it'll show a circle in front, and if you use square, it will show a squares in here. And these are the attributes where you can use them. UL is equal type, type disk, type circle, type square, and you use them the same way in here. The difference between ordered list and unordered list is the name itself is clear. Ordered lists are numbered lists in a sequence. Unordered lists are still 1, 2nd, 3rd, 1st, 2nd and 3rd, but they are not properly sequenced. You can use attributes like numbers, uppercase, lower cases. In here there are only disk, circle and square. Definition list, when you want to define something. DL and the position. See, definitions, center and the position. Nested list. Now we can use tags as nest one list in another, this sequence in this one, or you can use sequence list with sequence list, number list with number list, or number list with unnumbered list. In any way, you just need to type the section and the number in subways. Images, as the image implies, there are various types of images as well, different formats. You can use them by creating tag image source is equal to file name. Now there are two ways. First, if you are saving or you have an image in the same location on the same folder, you can just need to write image and the extension. Otherwise, if the image or the file that you are using is in another folder or another location, you have to write the whole syntax, the whole address. Alt stands for alternate text. When you visit a web page, you might have noticed at some point when you scroll over an image, there is a text displayed that this is the image. This is where you define it. Alt. What is the purpose of the name of the image? Source, then alt. This is a syntax. You can also give width and height of the image. The width of the image should be like this much and height this much, or you can give it in a percentage as well according to the web page. Source, align, you want to align your image left, side, right, center, align the text with it. Tables. Now very important, what is a table? When you want to display some data in a tabular form, that is a table. Same way in HTML we use table tag, and in table tag we use table headings, table rows and table data. Table heading displays the heading of the table within the table tag, table row. For example, we start with the table tag. We said the first row, this row should be of heading. Table heading is input device. It is displayed in bold. Now I am saying table row is finished. Now next line starts, table line, table data starts, and this table is displayed. Now there are different attributes as well. You want to increase the table border, align, border color, width, like this. You want to give border, you want to give color to the background. The same tags used in a different way. Attributes. Cell spacing, space between two cells. Cell padding, the padding of this space that you have used. These are very easy tags to use in a table. This is a simple example though. You use them here. Border, border size, and you want to give space, as much space as you want. Col span and row span. Columns and row span. You want to give border and the column size and the width as well, where you want to give the difference. Sometimes it makes sense for a cell to span multiple columns. This might be used for a header cell, or you want to increase a header cell, or you want to increase the row. This is where it is displayed. Table background. You want to give background image to the, as we have given background color to the table, we can give background image to the table as well. Same, background is equal to source file. With this, your chapter is complete. If you have any questions, do let me know. Thank you.